Hey there and welcome back. Today we'll be talking about how you can make millions of silver in blue safe zones. The reason I wanted to make this video is that the last video I made was on how you can make a lot of silver out in the black zone, and there were a lot of concerns by East players that they are not able to do this due to how overcrowded it is or the amount of ganking groups. So I wanted to give you an alternative way to do this in the safest way possible. Now when I say safe, I mean safe. Everything I did here is only in blue zone, so you don't even run the risk of getting knocked by hostile flag players in the yellow zone. I even use only blue zones to transport all the hides to Martlock to be refined. Now to replicate this for a brand new player on the east, I created a fresh player with no playtime, no spec, no mastery or anything. I also went ahead and created it on the east server, even though I am a west player. So I did all of this with high ping, and I played mainly in peak hours to simulate it the best I can. Now, in no way am I saying that this is the better or best way to make silver. This is an alternative way if you're not ready to go out into the black zone areas where the real money is. So now let's talk a little bit about what I did here and what my goals were, which I believe will set you up for success. My initial goal was to make a total of 1 million silver in a short amount of time, while quickly leveling my gathering skill, all done in the safe blue zone. Now, there are different ways to make silver. This could be by corrupted dungeons, mist, or black zone. However, I wanted to show something you can consistently do at any time, even if you're on PC or mobile and playing solo. I went with the Fire Staff for the mass damage that you can do to multiple mobs with your AoE abilities and your E. However, you can go with Nature Staff and a Torch offhand and get the same or even better results. For my items, I went with Scholar Cowl and Scholar Robe to maximize damage output. I took Mercenary Shoes for the cooldown reduction. Now, you will only worry about getting your items to tier 3 since at tier 4 skinning you will switch over to the skinning set. For your Fire Staff, you can go with a 4.1 or 4.2. However, on East, it is a lot more expensive than on West, so I did everything with a flat tier 4. Make sure to complete the tutorial as this will give you 3 days free of premium. The premium bonus will help you when it comes to gathering fame and silver. One thing I didn't do, which I recommend doing in hindsight, is crafting a bag. The reason I recommend this is so you can purchase and carry more than one mule from the starting zone. They only cost 3 silver, and once you reach Bridgewatch, which will be your starting point, you can instantly sell them for profit. Once you have completed your tutorial and have arrived at Bridgewatch, make sure to head over to the Expedition Mater and complete the tier 3 Journeyman's individual expeditions. You will be rewarded with a sigil that you can quickly sell for silver on the market. With the profit from the mules and the sigil, look to upgrade your gear and head out to the tier 3 area in the Fractured Grounds. This is where you'll start to skin tier 2 and tier 3 animals endlessly. I recommend doing this until you hit tier 4 skinning. Feel free to use your 100 learning points towards upgrading your skinning skill if you want to quickly upgrade to the next tier of skinning. As soon as you can afford a tier 3 ox, make sure to purchase one so you can stay out longer. As you fill your ox, make sure to save all of your hides in your bank as you will be skinning for a few hours. Once you hit tier 4 skinning, you have 2 options. You can move into a tier 4 blue zone and start skinning stags. This will slow your skinning rate down a bit since you normally want to skin animals lower tier for the increased skinning speeds. You should be okay to skin your same tier, just never skin above your tier unless it's tier 7 and above. The reason I chose to skin tier 4 was the possibility of fawn drops, which will make you a good amount of silver. Another thing that you will want to do at tier 4 skinning is purchase your skinning gathering gear. Purchase the hood, garb, shoes, and backpack, which will increase your gathering yield and speed, as well as allow you to carry even more hide at one time. Also, if you have silver for it, you can purchase pork pies. They are a bit expensive on the east, but they will increase your gathering rate and increase your carry weight. An alternative is carrot or cabbage soup for the health regen when you're out of combat. Now, if you choose to skin tier 4 stags, try and find a spot in the map where they are constantly spawning, and ideally a spot that has an enchanted stag. The enchanted stags will provide you double the gathering fame, and the hide will be worth more. I wanted to focus mainly on gathering, so I didn't attack as many humanoid mobs as maybe I should have. You will increase your silver income and have a chance at tomes of insight or gear dropping for you if you do kill these mobs. Now, you will repeat this for hours on end, and it can get a bit repetitive and boring, so I recommend you watch something while doing it. I'd recommend watching Donnie956 videos or past streams since they are highly entertaining. Once you have reached the learning point for tier 5 skinning, you will use your remaining points to upgrade to tier 5. If you don't have enough, you can continue to gather at tier 4 to lower the number of learning points required. As the days pass, you'll earn more learning points passively that you can use to hit tier 5. By the time you have hit tier 5, you should have at least 600,000 silver worth of tier 2, 3, and 4 hide in your bank. The next thing that you'll want to do is transport all of your hide over to Martlock. You can use all tier 4 zones to get there so you won't run the risk of dying or getting knocked. The reason why you want to move all of your hide over to Martlock is so you can refine it and receive the 40% return rate on your hide. So what this does, it allows you to create more leather by using less hide. This means that you'll make a lot more leather at the end and drastically increase your profits. You might have to make multiple trips to get all of your hide over. It took me 2 trips. As you'll see by the end of the video, in total I easily made over 1 million silver. If I were doing this on the west, I would have done it much quicker and saved money since things are almost double the price on the east server and starting zones are packed, especially at peak times. It took me a little bit less than 5 hours, not including the tutorial and 2 trips to Martlock to drop off hide. Keep in mind, I wasn't trying to speed through it, so I'm sure that you can do this faster. Also, once you are tier 5 skinning, you'll be able to keep doing this a lot faster since you'll gather tier 2, 3, and 4 at an increased rate. My main goal with this video is to provide a way that all players can make silver consistently. Doing this a few times a week will make sure that you're able to pay for your premium. I would also recommend doing this as much as you can with the first 3 days of free premium, which will get you closer to purchasing a month of premium. To reiterate, there are riskier ways to make silver faster. However, this is a very good way for new players, solo players, or players that don't want to go into red and black zones. Now, I hope you all enjoyed the video and gained some value from it. If you did, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the channel even more, look into joining and becoming a member. You'll get exclusive badges, emojis, and access to member-only videos and streams. I have already released the first video to our member series and will be releasing a new video every Tuesday. You can catch my streams at 9 a.m. CDT or 2 p.m. UTC. Swing by and say hello.